Greetings, fellow in time and space. It's your host, Mari Shadow, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to another installment of Answers from the TARDIS. This is the series where I usually talk about things that's going on with the channel, as well as give my thoughts on a couple of things that's going on in the gaming industry. It's actually been a hot minute since I last actually did this, where I just sat down and decided to talk to you guys about what's going on right now. So, what I want to talk about in this video, it's almost E3 time, if you want to call it, call it that again. Summer Games Fest is right around the corner, and right now I just wanted to sit down and give my overall thoughts of some of the things that's already been announced for Summer Games Fest. Like, we already have a list of all the partners that are supposed to be showing up at Summer Games Fest next month, and I'm looking at the list here, and I just wanted to talk about games that I'm hoping to see, games I hope to be announced, and that kind of stuff, you know? So, while we're here, I'm going to be playing a little bit of Multiverses, just because it's been a while since I last played, and I honestly don't think I'm going to get into many matches, because I imagine the player base for the game has definitely died down. Like, anybody that's still playing it is like some of the die-hard, sweaty, obnoxious players. Wow, I'm actually surprised I got a match. And as expected, I got me a sweaty player, because I actually recognize this name. A name I don't enjoy fighting this guy, but we're going to fight him nonetheless. Anyways, let's talk about some of the companies that are supposed to be showing up at the Summer Games Fest. Starting off with Bandai Namco. Now, as it stands, the only thing that they could probably announce is probably the release date for Digimon Story Time Stranger. And Digimon... Give me a minute. Oh my god, approach me, damn it! You are so boring, and you're taunting, and you're teabagging! Bitch! Do I look like I'm the guy to be I'm playing this passive game with?
I refuse to go to the cold yet.
Sure, that missed. This guy is so damn boring. Why? You are so damn boring. Okay, hold on a minute. We are not having a situation where I just match into to somebody and they are just running away.
Well, isn't this quaint? Not my time. I'll vanquish you!
Snap out of it, Lola.
This is so damn boring! My God, come here!
Isn't gonna take this lying down. Special delivery.
You wish it were so easy.
Eat this, you bunch of goobers.
High five, brain.
Don't toast me. You ran for most of the match. Anyways, where was I? I was saying how Bandai will probably give the release date for Digimon Story Time Stranger. At the moment, there's really nothing in their release window that could potentially be announced that I know of. Now, they could always surprise us with stuff like a new Dragon Ball game, a new Naruto game, a new Sword on the Line game, but I imagine if they're going to do anything else, it'll probably be revolving around the DLC to Elden Ring. Elden Ring, that's something I imagine they could talk about, but do I think it's going to happen? Maybe, maybe. Now, other companies that's going to show up is, of course, Capcom, Epic Games, Hoyoverse, NetEase Games, Nexon, PlayStation, Sega, Warner Brothers Games. You know, companies that I personally care for. So, let's talk about Capcom. The only thing that honestly I would like to see announced from Capcom is the announcement of a brand new Ace Attorney video game. I think with the release of Ace Attorney Investigations Collection, they have the entire Ace Attorney library on all platforms now, so it would be high time to kind of announce a brand new Ace Attorney game following the Spirit of Justice video game. So I imagine that's something that they would probably announce, probably tease, saying that yes, it's coming, but do I think it's going to happen? Maybe not. I mean, they could always announce something revolving some of their fighting game IPs, or hell, they could announce something revolving Mega Man or something like that, which is honestly something that wouldn't be surprising coming from them. Now, for Hoyoverse, I did hear that Hoyoverse is developing a brand new game, like an actual multiplayer MMO RPG type of game. Now, do I think it's going to be announced here? Probably not, but I imagine that if Hoyoverse has anything to show, it'll probably be something revolving the games that are already out, like Genshin Impact, Zenless Zone Zero, Honkai Star Rail, something revolving those games. But again, you never know with Hoyoverse. Uh, PlayStation. Honestly, PlayStation is a bit of an iffy situation right now because I don't know what they could announce that would be like world breaking or anything like that, because we already have Ghost of Yotei and Yotei's release date. So unless they announce, like, say, a playable demo or perhaps like an earlier release end date window than what they've already announced, I honestly don't know what they could showcase. Honestly, NetEase and Games and Nexon. I know that they are the company that owns the Dungeon and Fighter universe IP. So there is that one open world Genshin Impact styled game that they are supposed to be making for the Dungeon and Fighter franchise that I'm personally looking forward to. They could also announce maybe some DLC for the first Berserker Kazan. That is something that they could potentially show off. Or they could show off something entirely new that we don't know of as of yet. Same goes with PlayStation, but as of right now, I don't know what else they could announce. Anyways, into the next match. But that was just obnoxious. It's like, dude, it's like, really? Really, even now, people are still playing like absolute bitch-made cowards in this game. Like, oh my god, let the game die already. Please let the game die. I'm begging and pleading for this game to go ahead and die. Because I'd rather not waste my time with this game anymore, because it's like, from start to finish, it was nothing but people just constantly running away. It's like, so painful, so boring. Hang on.
I try not to look at the internet too much.
Choose your character.
If we're...
Time to dial up the destruction.
If we're going to do this, let's just play my main. Anywho, continuing on, Sega, on the other hand, Sega could easily show off a lot of stuff. Now, I imagine if they did, it would probably be something revolving like Yakuza or maybe a new Sega Atlas video game. That is something that they couldn't announce because we already have Metaphor ReFantasio, so they could definitely show off something new. Oh God, not a Taz, not a Taz, not a Taz, not against my main. Great. I have to try and hit him now. And the game's not loading us into the match. Did he leave?
Bell go ding. Bell go ding. Good soup.
Woo! I killed myself, damn it!
Hey, I'm losing. Soup's on.
Whoa, he's laggy! Oh! Yeah, I'm not even gonna question it.
That again. No. Noodle soup.
I hope you wore clean underwear. Hey, dummy!
Sodium.
Got him in my sights.
And he left. Thank God. Thank God. Dude was laggy, so that's an immediate block. And it makes sense that he was laggy. He was an Xbox player. Makes sense. Anywho, talking about Sega. The one thing that Sega could announce that would honestly make me super happy is the announcement and the release date for Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. I believe that would be the biggest thing that they could announce that would make me and many other people happy because, let's be real, comparing it to what I've seen of Mario Kart World in comparison to Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, I could easily say Sonic Racing Cross Worlds looks way more fun, in my opinion. opinion. But that's just me. I'm a Sonic fan, so I have a bit of a bias. But that's beside the point. I believe in the end, and when it gets right down to it, Mario Kart World's obviously going to sell more because people are going to go out of their way to get the bundle with Mario Kart World already attached to it because I don't see them going for that $80 price tag and tag. So that's just what I believe is going to end up happening. But that's for others. Me personally, I could care less about Kart World. I could care less about Mario Kart in general because when it gets right down to Nintendo, Mario isn't something that interests me. Like, I've played a good selection of Mario games, but to this day, I will still say it. When it comes to Mario, I like the Wario Land games more. I've only been able to play one Wario Land game, to be fair, but I enjoyed Wario Land 3. To this day, it's the one game that I still own, that I still play, and I still find the most enjoyment from when it comes to Nintendo. And I've been begging and pleading, seeing that they've done Super Mario Odyssey, and they've done Luigi's Mansion 3, and they are doing Donkey Kong Bonanza, which is another Super Mario Odyssey clone, but with Donkey Kong inspired gameplay in it. I'm kind of leaning on the hope that maybe as time goes on, maybe we might see another Wario Land game question mark in the style of Super Mario Odyssey. I'm begging, I'm hoping. That would be so much fun. But do I think it's going to happen? No, because they want Wario to be nothing but a glorified Mario Party clone. Because that's what WarioWare is. It's just a glorified Mario Party ripoff, and I hate that. I think they could do so much more with Wario than they do and do with him now, and it honestly sucks. But yeah, that's what I expect from Sega. Now, Warner Brothers Games, on the other hand. Ooh, I am not going to be able to talk about Warner Brothers Games because this is going to be an absolutely obnoxious fight. Hang on. I have to lock in on this one.
I mean, yeah, that's a choice.
Are we sure they just don't want hugs? My turn!
Here we go.
Okay, so maybe this match won't be as bad as I think it is because this guy does not know what he's doing.
I can feel the power.
Hey, dummy!
I win!
You girls are as strong as ever. Eyes open.
actually got a kill.
Can't give up yet, girls. Go time, girls.
I can feel the power.
What?
You won.
Yeah, this guy is not that good. So, Warner Bros. Games. Honestly, I don't know what they could announce. It's like, at the moment, we know that Rocksteady is making a
I mean, yeah, that's a
new Batman Arkham game, and we know that Avalanche Studios is also working on, well, sorry, Warner Brother Game Avalanche, because it's not Avalanche Studios. Come here, buddy! Come here! I'm harmless! I'm harmless! Surprise! Come here, buddy! I'm harmless! This guy does not want to approach me!
There is watching.
This guy does not want to approach! You are... Goodbye!
I am impressed, but I cannot allow you girls to win.
There is watching.
Hey, you are so damn boring! Goodbye. Goodbye.
Ugh.
Goodbye.
Match point blue.
This is not the end.
Match point red. Big mistake. Huge.
Well, goodbye. Well, that was boring. Anyway, Warner Brothers games. Now, as far as Rocksteady goes, I know that they're working on a Batman game. Everyone knows they're working on a Batman game because after the failure that was Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, they need to go back to what made them great and actually work on something a little bit safer. So I think it's smart for them to go back to Batman, although they got a lot of ground to cover in order to regain the status that they had with the community, because Suicide Squad was not a good game. It was not a good game. As much as I found enjoyment in the game, it was not a good game. It was very bad. Bad. And I will be honest with that, because I did play it. And then you have Avalanche Studios, or Warner Bros. Games Avalanche, which, however you want to say it. The only thing that we know of is that they are apparently working on a multiplayer Hogwarts Legacy game, and I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that. Granted, do I think it's a smart idea? Yes, it would be fun to play a Harry Potter game like Hogwarts Legacy with friends. It would be fun to do that, but do I think it's a smart move, considering that the first game they made was solo player? Honestly, I don't know. I don't know if that's a smart move, per se. And honestly, with how they did the first game and based it in a time era where it's not directly tied to Harry Potter and the Harry Potter books, the movies and whatnot, it made more sense to do it that way. Now, if they do another Hogwarts Legacy game, and from how I hear it, they want to put this one in the future instead of the past, it makes me wonder how that's going to overall work, per se. Like, granted, they could easily pick up a time after the events of the books, and yes, we could probably see some recognizable faces like Rubius Hagrid, Professor McGonagall, people like that, and people like that, yes, but do I think it's going to work as well as they think it is? Honestly, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult because I feel like if they they have to get Rowling on this and basically create a story that she would be okay with, because again, the only thing that we know of after the events of the books is the whole cursed child scenario, so that is something that would have to come into play, and do I think it's going to work? I don't know. But all in all, if they did announce a new Hogwarts Legacy title at Summer Games Fest this year, I'd be excited. I genuinely would be excited because, again, I thought Hogwarts Legacy was a phenomenal game. Even though so let me just be honest. The minority of people were trying to say this is just this is a transphobic game. This is a xenophobic game. I'm like, shut up. It's a game about wizards and witches and magical schools in what is literally a haunted castle. How cool is that? It's like you literally gave us a phenomenal RPG in probably one of the biggest IP worlds in the entire world. And it was successful. The only people that are complaining are the people who want to complain about J.K. Rowling. And I just don't agree with that. So, aside from that, Ubisoft is apparently supposed to show up at Summer Games Fest. Honestly, the only thing that Ubisoft has right now is Assassin's Creed Shadows. So unless they're announcing like DLC for Assassin's Creed Shadows, I don't know what they could potentially announce, because from how I hear it, Ubisoft is not doing good. They are not doing good at all. And when it comes to Ubisoft in general, the only things that I personally follow Ubisoft for were the Mario and Rabbids games, which I own both of them, and I still need to get invested in playing them more because I haven't touched them, and the Watch Dogs games. And I already gave my opinion about Watch Dogs Legion. I thought that was not a good direction to take the game. I thought it was going to be good, but when you take the idea of being of what Watch Dogs was, where it was being like this hacker vigilante sort of vigilanteism sort of a story, and make it where everyone in the entire world that you get to play in is a hacker, instead of it just being one person like how the first two games was, I thought that was a bit too much. And I think they even said that there was not going to be any more Watch Dogs games after Watch Dogs Legion, which sucks even more. Because I thought Watch Dogs was a really, really good IP. I enjoyed Watch Dogs and Watch Dogs 2. Great games! I played them both here on the channel. But I guess Watch Dogs Legion just killed it. In fact, let me just look up Watch Dogs Legion. Okay. Watch Dogs Legion, upon release, the game received mixed reviews from critics. They were polarized over the multiple playable characters aspect, with some appreciating its diversity and inclusion of permadeath for allowing emotional attachment from players, while others criticized the characters' lack of personality and the balance between their abilities. Criticism was further aimed at the game's world, driving mechanics, inconsistent difficulty, repetitive missions, online features, and technical problems. So it was a mixed reception for Watch Dogs Legion, which is fair. Even I thought some of the things in that game was kind of meh. Although I did say I would love to go back to Watch Dogs Legion just to play the story expansion, which reintroduces us to characters like Aiden Pierce, as well as Wrench from Watch Dogs 2, who, by the way, was my favorite character in Watch Dogs 2. I loved Wrench. He was so cool. So getting to play around with them again would be awesome. Awesome. I should really go back to Watch Dogs Legion. Do I even still own that game? I'm pretty certain I sold that game, didn't I? No, I still own it. still own it, so I could always go back to that game and play it on my own and just see how it plays on my own instead of streaming it. Because obviously, when I streamed it, the reception for it wasn't that great. So yeah, I'd probably just play this on my own time instead. But anyways, that is all the time I have for today's video. I personally just wanted to talk a little bit of what's going to happen with Summer Games Fest. So on that day, which is, let me take a look-see at my calendar here, because I'm pretty certain I typed out the date for that. That is June the 6th. That is a Friday. And it goes live at 5 p.m. 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will not be streaming on that day because I will be mostly paying attention to the live showcase that will be happening on YouTube that day. So I hope everyone's prepared for that. I'm really excited for it. And I'm just curious to see what's gonna be to um, announced to us as gamers on that day. So I hope everyone's prepared. And thank you all for watching. And as always, is your host, Maya Shadow, saying along Z. And I'll see you in the next adventure. Goodbye, everyone!